Howdy everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene and this is Sweet Benji, and today we have a yoga for forgiveness practice. There's definitely more than meets the eye in this session. It packs a punch, so hop into something comfy and you'll end up like this. Let's get started. All right, my sweet friend, thank you so much for being here. We're gonna start in a comfortable seat. So try to get comfortable, take a second or two to maybe sit up on something, or if you wanna do the first part of this practice where we're just gonna kind of tune in with the breath and go inward, if you wanna do that in a position that is maybe on the edge of the couch or on a chair, you can do that as well. Otherwise, come on down to the ground. Sit up nice and tall. Don't be shy about lifting the hips though, that's a really great way to begin. And then slowly things start to open up as you show up for practice more regularly. I'm very honored to be here with you. I think Benji is exuding the same sort of energy. I'm getting that message from him right now as well. So trust that you made the right choice to spend some time with yourself here in this practice for forgiveness. Right away, I'm going to invite you to relax your shoulders. Soften in the fingertips and the toes. You might have noticed that they were gripping and you didn't even realize. And then as you feel comfortable, slowly begin to allow the eyelids to soften and get heavy, either bringing your gaze just gently down so you can start to bring your focus and your attention inward, or go ahead and close those eyes. Part the lips. And start to come into a state of awareness of two things to start. One, your breath. You don't have to do anything fancy, just recognizing like, oh yeah, I'm really here to breathe. I don't actually even have to do any of the poses. I can just breathe for the whole time and it's going to be extremely valuable. And number two, your spine. The spinal column. And in the spirit of transparency, depending on what brought you to this practice, right, it's going to be a little easier to sit up tall or it's going to be pretty difficult today. So just notice where you're at, and wherever you are, same with the breath. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to, come into a super tall spine or fix your posture. Just bring the awareness, and that's gonna be a really nice place to start. So we're coming into a place of stillness here, which could feel really easy, like something you're able to drop into, or it could feel pretty challenging, like, maybe this isn't the right video, maybe I don't have time for this, my nose itches, I'm fidgeting. And this mindful practice is really designed to help you notice all of those things so that we can shift it. Now, shift your awareness to the quality of air in the room or the setting where you're doing this practice. Just notice, is it cool? Is it warm? Is it stuffy? Are you practicing outdoors? You don't need the perfect, serene setting to experience the benefits of this practice. Wherever you are is perfect. It's really great. Now gently draw the hands together at the heart with the awareness of just the quality of air around us and attention inward towards the breath and the spinal column. Take all those three things and we're just going to slowly bow the head in towards the heart. Palms in a prayer position. Begin to gently deepen your breath here, feeling perhaps your inhale, that breath travel down to fill up the lungs. And then it escapes slowly out through the nose. If you like to set a little intention here, you can, or just trust that the practice has its magic. It will reveal itself to you through the tools of breath, pranayama, and yoga, asana, the postures, and through your mindfulness, your presence. Now bring the thumbs right up to this place between your eyebrows. In the yoga tradition, we refer to this as a third eye, and this is that kind of point of intuition, that inner guide. And just press the thumbs a couple times here into that area, just stimulating, waking up, saying, I am open to the inner wisdom. Sweet, take a deep breath in. I'm right here with you, and a long breath out. Right here with you. And slowly we'll release that. It can bring the hands to the kneecaps. Open the eyes. Benji's also now tuned in and ready to move. So we're going to move in a circle here. Inhale to smooth the chest forward and exhale to round the spine back. If you chose to tune in on a chair or the couch, you can still do this in your comfortable seat. We're going to move in a circle here, starting to massage the internal organs and sync up with the breath in a more conscious way. And then reversing the circle. Hey, Benji. You scored a blanket today. Life is good, eh? All right, and then get nice and centered here. Think head over heart, heart over pelvis, come back to stillness. We're gonna inhale, reach the fingertips all the way up towards the sky, and exhale, float the palms down. That's it, inhale, reach the arms all the way up towards the sky, big breath. And exhale, float them down. And see if you can really sync up the action of the breath. This time, inhale, spreading the fingertips, reaching all the way up. And exhale, palms pressing down with some energy, nice and slow. Beautiful. Come forward onto all fours. Tabletop position here. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips, so you have a nice, strong foundation. Then we're going to kick the right foot out. Option to extend the left arm forward, left thumb pointing up. If this is too much for you here, just work with the leg here and save the arm for another day. Inhale in, strong core. Exhale, bring it all in, nose to knee. Press into the top of the left foot for stability. Good, inhale, extend. And exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round again, stimulating, massaging those internal organs. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. And one more time, inhale to extend. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. Good. Release and switch. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, extend the left leg out. Option to add the right arm. Exhale, bring it all in. So you can just work with the leg here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, feel expansion as you breathe in, and then exhale, we really are contracting those core muscles. Inhale to extend. Exhale to reel it in. Moving it around. Inhale to extend. Last one. Exhale, draw it in. Beautiful. Tabletop position. We're going to bring the knees wide. Big toes to touch. Send the hips back. Reach the fingertips forward. You're going to lift the palms up, but keep the fingertips on the ground. Beautiful. Then bow the head, chin to chest. Breathing in here. And breathing out. Nice. Walk the left hand over towards the right. You're going to walk the right fingertips, left fingertips gently off the mat. Bow the head, breathe in, breathe out. And then, yep, you guessed it, over to the left side. Pulling back with the right hip crease here. Breathing in as you bow the head. And breathing out. Lovely. Walk it back to center. Spread the fingertips, press into the palms, firmly into the earth here. Here we go. We'll drag the hands back to lift the heart up. Walk the knees back underneath the hip points. Curl the toes under. And very slowly, mindfully peel the tailbone up towards the sky. Shake the head a little yes, a little no. And take a couple conscious breaths here. So really put some conscious energy right behind how you inhale, how you exhale, and begin to pedal it out here. Just bending one knee and then the other. I'm maintaining a connection in my core, this containment in the abs, and also the low ribs. So I'm not just spilling all that energy out here, but I'm really supporting my low back. All right, then we'll slowly begin to step it up all the way to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart, toes pointing forward. Bend the knees a little bit here. Clasp opposite elbow with opposite hand, and you're just going to shift gently from left to right. And as you do this, really feel that connection with your feet on the ground. I know it seems obvious, but just close your eyes even if it feels right, or soften your gaze and start to spread your awareness, really going back to basics here in a way. Like, how can I maximize my foot to earth connection here, my foundation, so that when I take one step forward or one step back, I know what's happening. I'm connected to my truth, to my feeling, to my relationship rather, to the feeling. Right? Part of forgiveness is kind of making sure you spend time to investigate you, right? And what you need and what you're all about. All right, relax the arms. That's enough of that. And here we go, nice and slow. With that connection to the earth though, maintain it strong. Roll it up to standing. Lift the kneecaps a little as you stand up nice and tall. Lift your heart. Relax the shoulders down. Spread the fingertips. Here we go. Inhale, reach for the sky. Strong legs. Exhale, slow and steady, forward fold. Let something go. Inhale, lift up halfway. So the crown of the head's going to reach forward and the two hip creases are going to pull back. Nice flat back. Peek at me if you need to. Good, then let's exhale, let everything go. We're gonna repeat just that. Inhale, reach for the sky, stand up tall, big breath, big stretch, and right into it. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Softening down, beautiful. Now inhale, flat back position, same thing, crown forward, pull the hip creases back, slight bend in the knee, and then exhale, let everything go. Good, fingertips come to the earth. We're gonna step just the left foot back, just the left foot. Lower the left knee. On your next inhale, you're gonna press into the top of the back foot, so you're gonna uncurl the toes and sweep the fingertips forward, up and back, feeling some power in that right leg. So we're not just letting all of our weight dump into the front here, we're engaging. So we're coming up out of it, pulling the right hip crease back. Good, inhale, maybe look up, and then exhale, soften and release everything back down. Curl the left toes under now, pull the right hip crease back, and you're gonna really drag the right heel back, 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 keeping a nice bend in the right knee here as we breathe. Good, and then rolling through the right foot, we'll come back to that lunge, lifting the back knee. Good, inhale, look forward. Exhale, you're gonna step the back foot up to the front again. So we're back in our forward fold, relax the weight of the head over. Good, inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head forward. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Good, exhale, soften and release everything. Fingertips come to the earth. We're gonna step the right foot back. Nice and easy, lower the right knee to the ground. Inhale, press into the top of the right foot, nice and strong in that front leg. Sweep the fingertips forward, up and back. Good, on an exhale, nice and easy, bring it back down, slow and with control. Curl the right toes under, and we'll send the hips back, straightening the left leg, really pulling back with that left foot here. Now feel your way through this, right? This is what this practice is all about, finding the connection, staying involved and feeling your way through it. Good, rolling through that front foot now. We'll come back to our lunge, lifting the back knee up, really reaching the right heel towards the back edge of the mat. Inhale to look forward. Here we go. Exhale to step the back foot all the way back up, forward fold. Relax the weight of the head down and take 3 to 5 breaths here in standing forward fold. Using the tool of the breath to stay connected, to stay present, so that really you're in the habit of that, right? You're in the practice of that off the mat. When you don't understand something or something turns you on your side, or maybe you do something that you regret, we have the tools, we have the practice to bring us back to our knowing and maybe back to forgiveness. Okay, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soften and bow, bend the knees. Fingertips come to the earth, step the left foot back. This time you can lower the back knee or you can keep it lifted. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms forward, up and back, a nice high lunge here. Try to get your center underneath you by bending your left knee, really lengthening the tailbone down. Draw the navel in slightly, front knee is over the front ankle here. Big breath. Maybe you look up here and then exhale all the way down. Left hand to the earth, inhale, right fingertips to the sky for a twist, and then exhale, bring it all the way back down to the mat. Great, step the right toes back, plank pose or half plank. Press away from your yoga mat, feel your 2 scapulas, your shoulder blades going left to right here, so it almost gives like this doming sensation in the upper back, you're not collapsed. Good, find your core, find your center. And then slowly, nice and slow, you're gonna lower all the way to the belly with control. Inhale for cobra, nice and low to the ground. And then exhale to release. Curl the toes under, slowly press back up through your plank, feel your way through it. Hips up high and back, downward dog is next. Feel your way through it. Beautiful. And then you're gonna cross one foot over the other, just walk all the way back up to your forward fold, feet hip width apart. When you get there, ground through all 4 corners of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift again. Good, nice long neck, and then exhale, soften and fold. Fingertips come to the earth. We're gonna step the right foot back. Again, your choice, right knee lowered or lifted. Here we go, inhale, sweeping the arms forward, up and back. Big breath here, opening up through the front body. Strong legs here. Maybe you send your gaze up. And then on an exhale, nice and slow, we're gonna come back down. Right hand to the earth, big inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky, big twist here. Breathe that nice, beautiful, wide lateral breath. And then slowly release it back down, left hand to the earth, step the left toes back, plank pose. Now reach the heels back here. If you wanna come onto the knees, you can lift the toes, maybe cross the ankles. Everyone make sure that the whole abdominal wall feels like it's turning on here. So think sits bones to heels, think heels to the back edge of the mat. Crown reaching forward, gaze slightly forward. We're here for 5. You got this. We're shaking. 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, slowly lower to the belly. Good. Drag the hands in line with the ribs. Press into the tops of the feet. Squeeze the elbows into the side body. Inhale, lift up cobra. And exhale to soften and release. Now from here, press up to all 4s. You get to choose. Bring the knees together or keep them wide for a child's pose, either a traditional balasana or a nice extended child's pose. Taking a moment to close your eyes and notice how you feel. Soften your jaw here. And try to stay close to the sound of your breath. Inhaling slowly, deeply. And exhaling slowly and fully. Now we're going to stay low to the ground from here on out, really. So move nice and slow here, like you're moving through water. As you slowly come back up, we'll come to all 4s. We're going to extend the right leg out and then slowly bring it all the way up and in for a one-legged pigeon here. So you're going to take a look back at your extended leg, your left leg here, and you're going to really try to press into the top of that back foot. Your left inner thigh is spiraling up towards the ceiling or the sky. Then you'll start with your right heel in, and in time you'll be able to create more space here because we're wanting to pull the right hip crease in so we're not rocking on it all the way. And since Benji's not using his blanket here, I could even use this blanket to prop up my right hip to help me there. So just experiment here. You can also use a little blanket for a head pillow here. We're gonna soften in. But first, everyone, bring the fingertips to the earth and inhale, find extension through the front body, think cobra. And then on your exhale, go ahead and soften in, bringing the forehead down to your props, or maybe resting the forearms on the earth. Keep the toes active so you're really rooted into that back foot and your right toes are spreading. You're spiraling the left inner thigh to the sky and we're pulling gently the right hip crease back just like we did in that earlier kind of runner stretch. Now soften your jaw again, close your eyes and get a little closer to your heart song, to the sound of your breath. Focus your brain on the sound of your breath here. Inhaling slowly and deeply. And exhaling slowly and completely.
Inevitably, some thoughts here, maybe sensation or emotion comes up. And just notice them, kind of acknowledge those feelings or those thoughts, and then come back, slowly leaning into the soothing song of your breath. And then let your next cycle of breath begin to inspire some soft movement that will guide you back up slowly, again, like you're moving through water, challenging our kind of drive to pick up the pace and move fast, slow it down here, coming back to tabletop position. You can bump the hips a little left to right here if you want. Take the hips up high and back for a downward dog. And then lowering the knees if you're in downward dog, extending the left leg out, and then bringing it in and finding your one-legged pigeon on the other side. Take a glance back at that right leg, really pressing into the top of the right foot. Let that really be the root of this posture to ground you here, finding stability in the hips. Of course, we want that release, but we want to do it safely. And we want to have a strong enough foundation to actually feel all of our feels and feel them fully, right? So many great metaphors here for forgiveness. Okay, so actually before you start to lean in, take a second to find a breath and extend. Again, think upward dog or cobra. And then slowly we will start to bow the head. Nice and active in the feet and the toes. And again, this is like pouring a cup of tea, a glass of water, having a conversation with your breath. Close your eyes. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling completely, nice and slow. Slow cycles in and out. Sending breath down into the belly, the diaphragm. Acknowledging your thoughts as they come, your feelings fully. And then coming back to that deep, full breath. Nice and slow, let your next cycle of breath inspire the movement that will guide you all the way up and out of that shape and into your next shape, whether it's on all fours, moving the hips gently left to right, or taking one final downward facing dog, noticing how you feel the soles of the feet up through the legs, the hips, the lower back body, the mid back, the upper back, the shoulders, the arms, the wrists, the hands, and then slowly coming all the way back down to the ground, crossing one ankle over the other, and we're going to come through to lie on our backs. When you come to your back, you can hug the knees into the chest if that feels right. And then when you're ready, we're going to open up into a little reclined cobbler's pose with the hands resting on the belly. Inhale in deeply here. And exhale completely. Beautiful. Then we're going to slowly bring your hands, listen carefully, to the inner thighs, not the outer thighs, the inner thighs. And you're going to give yourself a little resistance as you slowly close them halfway and then gently release back down. Give them a little resistance halfway, squeeze, and then come back down. And one more time, the most resistance, pressing here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until we eventually close all the way. Yay. Bring the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Knees come now inward to touch. We have an internal rotation. This is our last shape here, so if there's anything else you're kind of craving or wanting to do, you can fit it in now. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly here as we relax everything. If you're taking some other shapes, you can meet us whenever feels good for you. We're just going to take a couple deep breaths together to allow the benefits of our practice, the magic of this session, but in particular the home practice, what it offers us, this time spent with ourself and maybe even a higher power, and certainly in connection with others still, though we're not in the room together. Allowing the benefits, the nutrients of this experience to settle in here. Letting go of the doing, even letting go of that active breath and just letting it flow kind of naturally or in a way that feels good, listening and responding. Trusting that everything is as it should be as you feel your yoga mat rising up to have your back, to hold your feet, and trusting that it's there for the next step, and the next step, and the next step. Extend your right leg out long. Extend your left leg out long. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the palms together and we'll bring the thumbs right up to the forehead here for just a final moment to seal this practice. A nice clear end, which is also a new beginning. I hope this time has served you well. I have your back. Thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. We'll take one final inhale in together. Inhale lots of love in. And exhale together lots of love out to send you on your way. Take good care. Thank you. Namaste.